All right, welcome everyone back to Spiritual Selfish channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Kristina Day. And remember guys, as always on Spiritual Selfish channel, we focus on you so that you can raise your vibration and become conscious creator of your own reality. Now guys, today is going to be a really interesting topic because what I want to talk about with you today is how our emotions affect our physical body. Now, it's not a secret to anyone that, our emotions affect how we feel in terms of like our mood, and sometimes when we are not in the mood, we tend to react or get angry or be impatient and snap at other people, right? But what I want to talk about today is specifically how that which we feel on our emotional plane, we're going to be talking about emotional body, affects physically our body. Not just, mentally how we feel on, about our life. And to begin with, it's not a secret to most of, spiritual, conscious, aware communities that most of the, if not all, diseases, illnesses, unease, and so on and so forth, is actually stemming from our unprocessed emotions and feelings, childhood trauma, and so on and so forth, right? Don't come at me and saying, I have a chronic disease or whatsoever and I cannot do anything about it. If we really truly dig deeper on a frequency level, everything is frequency. Everything starts in a vibrational reality. This is something I teach in my 5-day frequency reset. How the vibrational reality and mental and emotional and physical planes work and correlate with one another. But that's not what I'm talking about today. I'm not talking about, your DNA or what has been passed on to you through your ancestors and genes. By the way, that also is all programmable, and it is possible to reverse it. It's just not that flexible as something as our emotions that we feel on daily basis. Now, literally pause for a second and think about, how do you feel predominantly on day-to-day basis? What do you feel? Not your mood, but what do you feel in your body? What do you feel in your heart? What do you feel in your gut? What do you feel in your, head space, not the mind, right? Because some of you might know, recently, maybe already a month ago, I shared it on my Instagram, but probably not on YouTube. I'm going through neo-shamanic training, and part of that training is learning how to remove mucus, clouds, miasma, and all of those distorted, heavy frequencies that are stuck on our emotional planes, right, for other people. I will be also soon, of course, offering this and opening up this kind of sessions for the public, guys. But what I want to say is that I've been digging deeper and deeper and understanding, like, oh my gosh, like how everything that we feel, if we do not process it, if we do not pay attention to it, stays in our energetical body, specifically an emotional body, and then it blocks the energy, new energy from coming into our energy centers, aka chakras, to then nurture and vitalize and energize our physical body, right? So that one is one of the first things I want you to understand, that the emotions that we do not process, and now think about your whole freaking life, how many stuck emotions we all carry, create like blockages in our energetical body, which do not allow new energy to come in. And on top of that, of course, we continue to experience on subconscious, unconscious in the background, those emotions because they're suppressed. But that's, if we're thinking long term. So just, bringing awareness, what's the energy you're predominantly feeling? What's the energy you're predominantly experiencing? Because, most probably it's going to stem back to some of the unprocessed emotions from the past. Because if we, I'm saying if because there's always so much more to clear and expand, but when we are open as a clear vessel of light, it's just light that runs through our system, right? So I want to share with you, with all of that being said, I already knew, our emotions, what we feel, literally affects how our physical body looks like, how we feel. Any diseases and patterns and illnesses do stem from that frequency of, unprocessed emotions. But last week, and I feel like because I've been going through this neo-shamanic training myself, a lot of stuff has been coming up to me because I'm able to see it from a new perspective, and I want to share this with you. So last week, I literally was experiencing high highs and low lows. I experienced this contrast where I felt so aligned, so happy, so joyful, and so light in my body. Like literally, I could feel like my stomach was so flat. And I kid you not, I checked my weight out of curiosity, and I weighed a little bit less than I usually am, because I was doing, releasing some of old beliefs that I didn't want anymore in my system. I was aligning myself back, not back, but with the vision that I desire. And half a week I was operating from this amazing, high vibrational state of being, and some amazing opportunities have been manifesting for me. But then on Wednesday, something triggered me, and it brought up a whole lot of emotions. Like small thing triggered me and brought up all of my unprocessed emotions that my wounded child have suppressed and stored and carried all over the years. So some of the emotions I experienced was anger, sorrow, sadness, resentment. But the next day, this is what, what's important is that the next day and the next actual few more days after it, I could still feel these emotions coming up, right? Do you know those moments when you are irritated and just no matter what you do, you're just kind of pissed and things are kind of normal, but you're still annoyed, right? So I was clearing a lot when I became aware that, hey, it's emotions not going away. I need to clear them. I continued clearing and clearing and clearing over literally 2-3 days. It were persistent. But what I want to share with you is how my physical body changed when I was experiencing those dense, heavy emotions. Literally, I could feel the next day after I had that trigger, my digestion started to get so slow. I felt like, I don't know, I ate so much and my digestion was not properly even functioning, wasn't digesting. And then after those few days, I felt that energy go into my kind of, third eye area. Now, I'm sharing all of this with you because often we think, oh, I don't feel good, something, it's a virus. I'm not going to say a word, but there's, a fever or maybe a cold or you're just having a headache or your just stomach is not working. Why it's not working? How suddenly physical body can stop working? Of course, I'm not talking about, when you get a food poisoning or something like this, although that also is partially manifested, you attract that frequency. But I want you guys to start bring your awareness to how you feel and link it, how you emotionally you feel and link it how your body feels, right? Because when I was having this digestive, suddenly heavy feeling, out of curiosity, again, as I said, I went and I weighed myself and I gained like 800 grams, almost a freaking kilo. I'm like, how it's possible, you know, within like literally 1-2 days. With this being said, I want you to realize that it is very, very important that we do not identify with our emotions, and we do not identify how our physical body is. Because our emotions, and our physical body is just communicating to us what it is processing. So in my case, I experienced quite a lot of anger, and anger is connected to solar plexus and also a root chakra. You know, it really depends on conditioning the wound that is coming up, but those are kind of main areas, and solar plexus is directly affecting your digestive system. So obviously I got all of that heaviness in my digestion, right? And then also like sorrow and sadness, I felt it in my heart, and also it went into my arms later as I was releasing that. And one of the things which also amazed me, after like second or third day, after processing and freaking clearing this, you know, clouds, mucus on emotional level, I felt my muscles were almost like freaking aching. It was hard for me to do a push-up. Not hard, it's like, I'm like, oh my God, my muscles feel so sore. Like I would run a marathon, or that I would, you know, do a crazy workout, and I wasn't doing even anything because I was so emotional drained. But what I'm saying is that it is so important to become aware how our emotions literally weight or even distort or stress our muscles, our bone structure. Again, it will all depend on emotions that you are working through, experiencing. But yeah, I think it was the first time ever for myself where I experienced the contrast, which allowed me to really link, oh my gosh, like I really need to pay attention to, you know, what do I allow to trigger me, because I was in such a good space, and then because of this trigger, you know, I spent in total, you know, with the trigger and with the clearing and then with the recovery, maybe 5 days to get out of that funk, physically, mentally, and emotionally. And I would love to hear in the comments, guys, you know, how have you experienced, you know, when you feel great and then something comes up and you feel like a shit for the next couple of days, right? One, as always, awareness is step number 1 to everything, to start clearing and healing. And the second message that I want to leave with you with this video is the importance of clearing, right? So first we're gonna separate ourselves from what we are experiencing and understand I'm not, you know, my emotions and my body is just, you know, experiencing and purging out sensations, but also to give yourself that, you know, space and time to release this. And actually what's important is that you clear it out, right? Because if we don't clear it out, it's just gonna go back and we're gonna get triggered again down the road, or it's just gonna be staying there in your digestive system or in your heart, in your arms. And you know, a lot of the weight that we carry is actually the emotions that we carry that we do not process in the past. So this is, you know, guys, a very practical video that I wanted to share with you because I experienced this myself firsthand, and I want you to start becoming aware. What do you feel? What are your emotions, especially in the moments when you are triggered? How do you process them? Do you take responsibility, right, to process them and not, you know, projecting on other people? And do you fully allow yourself to release and clear it out of the system to then back realign with the way of being you desire to experience? Because again, it's always a choice. It's always a decision, right? And also, in a few weeks' time, I will be hosting a workshop within the Leaders of Light Collective membership, where we're gonna go deeper into what are the different ways how you can process and release, stuck emotions from our being. So if this speaks to you, if you'd like to learn more and get more insights on the process, by all means, I'm welcoming you to join in for the workshop. I'm gonna leave the link down below. But other than that, guys, this is it from me. I hope you're having a beautiful day. And also, one of the things I wanted to mention to you guys, because I finally get it done, is some of you know that a few weeks ago I did host a free workshop of releasing self-doubt by working with your unconscious. So I'm gonna leave the link down below as well, because the replay is finally available. So it also will give you a lot of insights, how our unconscious works, how the programming, conditioning that we have experienced in this childhood, how it's actually shaping our day-to-day life, our daily life, our present. So check out both the Leaders of Light Collective membership if you'd like to join the workshop, Releasing Stuck Emotions, or if you'd like to catch the replay of the Releasing Self-Doubt by working with your unconscious. Other than that, guys, I'm sending you so much love, so much light. I would love to hear your comments and your thoughts in the comments, and we'll chat soon. Bye! If you'd like to become part of a conscious community, to be supported on your spiritual journey, shadow work, soul remembrance, stepping into your leadership, come and join us at the Leaders of Light Collective. You'll receive monthly activations, workshops, Q&As, community, and so much more. For more details and to sign up, go to spiritualselfish.com/leaders-of-light.